Hello, everyone. It's me, Brian Ling. I'm VP from EY, and it's my honor to be the guest speaker for this event. Today, I'm going to share my experience regarding to ESG chain and how EY helped client to become the pilot of the ESG solutions. And my topic today is enhance ESG performance with ISO certificate framework. Nowadays, the carbon issue has become a worldwide trend, and everyone knows this is important issue for every countries. And there are three reasons behind this. The first one is the climate change risk and opportunities, and this belongs to the financial institutions. So from now on, all the enterprise related to finance issues, the banking, the investment, they will start to evaluate companies' ESG rating. So put it in this way, if the company's ESG rating is low, they cannot borrow too much money from the bank, and even they can get money from the bank, their interest rate will be higher than the others. So this will all change the way companies evaluate themselves and from the bank perspective. Secondly, the global ESG regulatory pressure. So we all know this happens when the Paris Agreement. And after that, every different countries or nations will have their own regulatory regarding to carbon emissions. So now we all know the European Union will have their CBAM rules, which related to the carbon tax. And from now on, every company, when they export their product into European countries, they need to think about their product footprint. The more their product produce or emit CO2 emission, the more carbon tax they will pay to the import countries. So this will change the way we do business. The old way business is how you make the product cheap and the quality should be good. From now on, every company should think about how they make the product less CO2 emissions. And third, there will be growing demands for sustainability in the supply chain. So all the big brands, for example, Apple, Google, Nike, Adidas, they will ask all their suppliers to follow their code of conduct. So their code of conduct includes ESG criteria. For example, their CO2 emission. In social, they will care their labor rights, how they do well in their working environment. They will audit quarter by quarter by those big brands. So everyone, start from now, should think about how they make their business. So in order to fulfill all those CO2 emission compliance, EY suggests that we should follow the 4 steps to follow. First, the top management to share the common visions and the goals for the carbon emissions. That's the most important part for all the companies. As I stated before, all the business environment has been changed, and this insight should be embedded into companies' strategy. Second, make sure your greenhouse gas emission first. At least you need to know what the status you are now in order to cut down or reduce your carbon emissions. Third, set a target to reduce. Lastly, implement carbon reduction policies and conduct this review regulatory. Even you have to make yourself a CO2 KPI to review it and fix it every quarterly. So they are some of the suggestions or action items the companies can try to implement in your companies. For example, from your left-hand side, ISO 14064 for your enterprise CO2 emissions. For your product level, we use ISO 14067. And for your energy management system, we use ISO 50001. And some of the company are thinking about install solar energy systems and to get the green building labels to cut down the, we call scope 2 emissions. And some of the companies which is much more advanced than the others, they will start to doing the carbon offsetting and the carbon trading. Some of them start to do the carbon neutralizing. These are the actions that the companies can plan ahead and try to finish them before 2050. And along with that, we suggest the company should report their status year by year by following the framework on your right-hand side, which is your sustainability report, your carbon disclosures, and TCFD. Our host today, Advantech, they have done a lot. For example, they have done ISO 14064 in 2019, and they already calculate their category 3. And they set up their target and using SBT for their target setting. And the target setting is to reduce 60% of carbon insensitive in scope 1 and 2, and 48% of scope 3. And they do it in 3 ways. First, energy saving. Secondly, they embedded and use their product, WISE-iEMS, to help them gathering all the data, both real-time and accurately. Third, they implement their clean technology. For example, they install solar power and they purchase the green power from the governments. This will all affect their CO2 emissions. And if you still don't know how to do it, we suggest you start from the energy, the largest source of emissions. Normally, we manage it for a company, we do PDCA, like the slide in your left-hand side. You should planning ahead, both consider your internal and external issues and talk with stakeholders' need and their expectations, and then think about how our current situation is and get all the supports and operations involved and checking your performance all the time, and then improvement, use PDCA and keep your performance upgrade each time. So as I mentioned, you need to have a good tools to help them do that. The Advantech has their ESG tools, and which can help you do that automationally, gathering data together and real time, and then through the platforms, they can have their centralized management and you can understand which equipment has issues and you can correct it real time, really fast. And lastly, they will have a dashboard for you to utilize all the data and the informations in the systems to help you to have better understand of your energy management status and help you upgrade all the system together. This will close my speaking today. And normally, the last important thing is to set up the goal. There are different rules for you to set up your goals. For example, you can start with the ISO standards and you can use CDPs, TCFD, and all those things you can help. And I believe that they are tools for the companies which can help you to quick react to the situations for the business environment. And thank Advantech to ask me to be the guest speakers. And I wish you all the best. And thank you.